15 terrible scandals the Clintons want you to forget. The election is on, and in a couple of months, Americans are going to decide who their next president is going to be. For 16 years, Hillary was probably the most influential politician on the planet who wasn't the president. Hence, Hillary can be judged on her words and her actions as well. However, no one ever does, not the media and definitely not the courts. Does Hillary have a knack for being in the wrong place at the wrong time? Or does she know more than she lets on? Did you know that Hillary, not Bill Clinton, has been charged with lying in a court of law more than once? Do these scandals make Hillary fit for the role of Commander-in-Chief? Check out her most notorious scandals and decide for yourself. Number 15. Email Server Scandal. During her tenure as Secretary of State, Hillary sent emails via a private server from her New York residence. This in and of itself is against protocol due to several security reasons. However, as it was deemed a personal server, her team was able to first sort through her emails and determine which she was to turn over to the State Department. When the State Department concluded its investigation, FBI Director James Comey confirmed that Hillary sent several classified and top-secret emails from her private server, which may or may not have been intercepted by foreign hackers. Number 14. Paula Jones Scandal. Paula Jones was a government worker in Arkansas who alleged she was sexually harassed by Bill Clinton when he was a governor there. She filed a suit in 1994 looking for just under $1 million in damages, although the case was settled out of court. Many years later, in 2015, the same Paula Jones told reporters that she believed that Hillary Clinton knew all about the sexual harassment, yet did nothing and simply covered up for her husband. Number 13. FBI Background Scandal. After the Clinton administration was found to have more than 700 FBI background reports on rival Republicans, all sorts of questions were raised. One big question was that of the director of the Office of Personnel Security, Craig Livingstone, and how he came to have such a high-profile job. As the story goes, Hillary pushed for him to get the job as she was good friends with his mother. Number 12. Norman Hsu Scandal. For those of you who don't know, Norman Hsu was a huge contributor and fundraiser for the Democrat Party during Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign of 2008. He was the man who collected contributions to the party from a variety of sources and went a long way to promoting Hillary. However, Clinton was left with egg on her face when it turned out that Hsu was a criminal and, more than a fugitive, who had been scamming people and businesses for many long years. Number 11. Jorge Cabrera Scandal. Jorge Cabrera was a supporter of the Democrats in the mid-90s and even wrote them a personal check of $20,000. During that time, he was even seen in pictures taken by the press with the then First Lady. However, just a few short months later, and Cabrera was arrested in a drug bust in Miami and was given 19 years behind bars. Number 10. Sniper Fire Scandal. When she was First Lady, Hillary went on an official visit to Bosnia to meet with American troops stationed there. On her return, she told the press that she had herself come under sniper fire and could have been killed at the airport when she arrived. Just 1 week later, Hillary took back those comments, claiming she had made a mistake in the recounting of what actually happened. Number 9. Monica Lewinsky Scandal. Everyone remembers the relationship between Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. Although an intern at the time, she and Bill entered into a physical relationship in the White House. When confronted with allegations, Hillary completely denied everything, defended her husband, and even went on record saying that the whole thing had been a vast right-wing conspiracy. Number 8. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue Scandal. When the Clinton administration handed over the keys of the White House to the incoming Bush administration, allegations of damage, theft, vandalism, and pranks were in abundance. When the Clintons moved from the White House to their New York home, they allegedly took items from the White House, which they shouldn't have, totaling a shocking $190,000. The couple ultimately returned the items, but the scandal lived on. Number 7. Whitewater Scandal. Whitewater is the generic term for a bunch of scandals attributed to the Clintons. For example, they purchased a few hundred acres of land with their personal friends Jim and Susan McDougal along the White River in the Ozarks. That deal failed and many shady business dealings came out. This scandal led on to the Lewinsky scandal and was seen as the first domino that plagued the Clintons for years to come. Number 6. Clinton Foundation Scandal. Many people have heard of the Clinton Foundation, which was set up by Bill after he left the White House. The foundation was meant to be a non-profit operation and was set to deal with issues like global warming and climate change. Many alleged at the time that the Clintons used the foundation to forward their own personal agendas. It culminated in allegations of backhanders and dodgy dealings, which prevail to this day. Number 5. Benghazi Scandal. This is one of the most famous scandals that Hillary Clinton found herself embroiled in. Back in 2012, 4 Americans were killed during attacks on a U.S. diplomatic compound in Benghazi, including the then Ambassador Christopher Stevens. Hillary Clinton's conduct as Secretary of State was brought into question due to her various email accounts and the way she used them. Number 4. Cattle Money Scandal. This scandal dates back to the 1970s when Hillary Clinton made a tidy profit of $100,000 trading on the cattle futures market. She was in cahoots with a personal friend at the time who worked for Tyson Foods Incorporated. Apparently, according to a New York Times article from 1994, Tyson Foods received $9 million in government loans, deeming the whole stage very unsavory and questionable. Number 3. 2016 DNC Scandal. Thousands of emails leaked on the eve of the Democratic National Convention implicated Debbie Wasserman Schultz, former chairwoman of the DNC, in actively working to sabotage Hillary Clinton's Democratic rival Bernie Sanders. These attacks included targeting Sanders' religion, painting Sanders' campaign as disorganized, and mocking his push for a debate in California, among others. Perhaps a normal politician would distance themselves from an individual of such disrepute, but Hillary is no ordinary politician. She offered her longtime friend a prominent position on her campaign following her forced resignation. Number 2. Clinton Speeches Scandal. It's not just Bill who made a packet for giving 45-minute speeches at various institutions, but also daughter Chelsea and, of course, wife Hillary Clinton. While Chelsea's standard fee in 2014 was around the $65,000 mark, Hillary reported a personal income of a staggering $11 million for a total of 51 speeches she gave in just a year. If that's not scandalous, nothing is. Number 1. Travelgate Scandal. Catherine Cornelius, a 25-year-old cousin of Bill's, was allegedly promised the position of director of the travel office. Hillary Clinton then indirectly fired 7 employees from their United States travel office and replaced them with associates from Arkansas. Records were either nowhere to be found or incorrectly filed. And there's a reported attempt to give a White House airline contact to friends. Hillary had the FBI investigate Billy Dale, the head of the travel office, ruining his career, who was found to do nothing wrong, but was then audited by the IRS for 3 years after. We hope you enjoyed our video about the 15 terrible scandals of the Clintons. We want to know all of your thoughts and feelings. Please share them in great detail below. Also, here you can find our other videos that might be interesting to you. And do not forget to click on the subscribe button.